Ayman Khan here, 4 seconds out with none other than James Ali Bashir, the first professional coach for Oleksandr Usyk. James, we've just witnessed Usyk get the undisputed titles by beating Tyson Fury. Your reaction to that fight?
Well, it went basically like we discussed the last time we spoke. I was spot on, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
And I predicted that he would most likely stop him late.
hmm
I think he was cheated out of the stoppage. I thought that Oleksandr Usyk TKO Tyson Fury. I think that the referee had to step in and give an 8 count because of the knockdown. But after he gave the 8 count, he took almost another 8, 9 seconds doing what? I don't know. I don't understand. So that prevented the KO, the TKO from coming. Because by the time the referee moved, it was time to end the round, and Tyson Fury was allowed to get revived in the corner. But I thought that the referee made a bundle. He dropped the ball. He's first of all, he's an unknown referee. I've never seen that referee. I never heard from the referee before. Perhaps he's been around, but I don't know.
hmm Going through the fight, Usyk seemed to have success early, then Tyson settled into the fight a little bit more. In the middle rounds, Tyson seemed to get a hold of Usyk's rhythm. Did you feel that Tyson was in control for a portion of the fight at all?
Yes, I thought that Tyson came on after the fourth, fifth round. He came on, found his rhythm, started getting relaxed, and landed some good counter punches, uppercuts, and good body punches. But he was inconsistent. He never found a pattern where he can continue to do it. He picked his spots and he landed some shots, but Oleksandr Usyk, because of his foot pressure, kept Tyson from getting settled to where he could really land a punch that would make the difference in the fight.
What adjustments did you see Alexander Usyk make in the fight against Fury?
Well, Oleksandr Usyk came out and basically set a pace. He set a pace that crippled Tyson Fury from really getting off. Because if you notice that Tyson Fury was on the back foot throughout the fight, he never came forward. He never settled down to come forward to push Oleksandr Usyk back. And one of the first things that you want to teach any fighter that's in with a lefty is to push the lefty back, to take charge, to eat what he has to eat and get close to the lefty and push him back. Tyson never did that. Usyk was the one that was in control of the foot pressure throughout the fight. He was pushing Tyson back throughout the fight.
What of Fury's seemingly game plan to target the body there? Were they on the right path to go that way for victory?
Well, he landed some good body punches, but I would have had Usyk to counter his body punches. Usyk didn't do that. It was a lot of ramifications in the fight where the fighters couldn't do the things that they were capable of doing. A lot of pressure was in this fight to get it right, to win the title. So kudos to both guys. They stood up and they did their job, and they did their job well. I thought it was a good fight. But having said that, I don't think both of them really did what they could have did, what they was capable of doing. It was a good fight, but not as good as it could have been. I think when Tyson Fury, he's a big, tall guy, so when he goes to the body, he's vulnerable to counter punches. Usyk didn't counter punch. I thought that Usyk would counter Tyson Fury's body punches, and Tyson Fury was landing good uppercuts, but they were inconsistent. There wasn't any repetition, no consistency to his punches at all, which allowed Usyk to come back and sweep the rounds by just throwing punches. He was out hustling Tyson Fury.
I believe when it was in between rounds, I could hear Sugar Hill in the corner saying that they were looking to set up the check left hook and lure Usyk into into that. Did you feel that that was the right way of thinking as well there?
Right. But yeah, right, it was. But Usyk is a cagey guy. He's not just going to walk in. He knew that the left hook, he knew that the hook, the big shots for a southpaw is the left hook. Most people look for the right hand, but it's the left hooks that set up the right hand. Usyk is very aware that he's been a southpaw a long time, and he's been with a lot of lefties throughout his career. So he's not no dummy. He's not going to walk in and just get hit with left hooks. I thought I heard Sugar Hill. I thought I heard him say, "Grab him, hold him." He said, "Grab him, hold him." I thought that was funny, but it was a desperate plea. He said, "Look, man, you can't stop him from coming in and landing these punches over the top." And Usyk had a really good jab to the body too. People who don't know boxing don't take those punches seriously. But when you're on the receiving end of those punches to the belly and to the solar plexus with a stiff jab like that, it can hurt you over time.
What do you think would change in a rematch? Do you think a rematch would go the same way?
Yes, I think I think Fury will be better in the rematch, and I think Usyk will be better in the rematch.
Mm-hmm.
Because Usyk is going to go back, he's going to look at the film of what he did wrong, and he's going to correct it, and he's going to come out and he's going to apply itself. I think Usyk will win the rematch too. Not as handily as he won this fight. They say that it was a split decision.
Mm.
I think that was some home cooking or something. No way that fight was a split decision. And with the knockdown too, no way it was a split decision. I had a unanimous decision for Oleksandr Usyk. 8-4, possibly 7-5, but no way split decision.
During your time with Oleksandr Usyk, did you predict this for him? Did you see him going this far in the sport? And
We fought a fight. We fought a fight early on. I can't remember. You'd have to ask Alex Kreisuk.
yeah,
And Alex would definitely know the fight that I predicted. But we were at a press conference, and I predicted then at cruiserweight that this guy would become heavyweight champion. I predicted in a press conference that he would become heavyweight champion of the world. He has all of the right stuff to become the heavyweight champion of the world, and now he's undisputed. So I was spot on. Like I was spot on with the interview that I gave you. I said that this guy would stop Fury late. I said he would stop him late. I was expecting him to open up all those left hands that he landed. I was surprised that Fury didn't start bleeding.
Mm. Do you see any of the current heavyweights right now, or any heavyweights on the scene potentially being able to beat Usyk?
No, I don't see any of them being able to beat him because they'll have to be able to box. You're not going to get Oleksandr Usyk out of there with no one punch. You're going to have to be able to box your way to winning against Oleksandr Usyk. And how many people can beat him boxing?
Mm-hmm.
But anybody right there, right now, that can beat him at the heavyweight level. How long he'll stay in boxing, God only knows. But myself, I would tell him to, try to make this defense against Fury and then call it a day. He has nothing else to prove.
Were you during your time with Usyk? Were you in conversations with his father quite a bit? What was it like dealing with his father? Because he's paid tribute to his father along the way, who obviously has passed away since.
But his father passed upon Usyk and I joining forces.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, James, I've just leave the final word with yourself. It was a momentous occasion. Have you got any further comments you'd like to make as we close out?
I think Oleksandr Usyk is a fine fighter. I think that he's worthy of being the heavyweight champion. I think he's a good shot in the arm for other Ukrainian fighters. You know, I mean, it was a step up tonight, and he did the job. He went out there and he put foot pressure on Tyson Fury. He never left Fury alone. Fury was trying to get room. He was trying to get distance. He was moving, but every time he moved, Usyk was right there. Usyk was bullying Tyson Fury. He was putting so much pressure on Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury had to punch. Even when he didn't want to punch, he had to punch because Usyk was putting so much foot pressure on him, throwing punches over the top. He was going to the body, you know, and he took some vicious body punches from Tyson Fury. I mean, people don't consider that, but Tyson Fury is a big guy. And a big guy like that hitting you in your body, even if he's not the premier puncher at that weight that he has, that he's at, he can still do damage because he's a big guy. And those shots were landing clean. I thought a couple of them might have hurt Oleksandr, you know. I thought it might have hurt him, but he sucked it up and he came back. You know, nobody can argue about his performance in that ring tonight. I think that his winning will give all Ukrainian fighters a big shot in the arm. Give them something to look up for, something to look up to and to plan for in the future when they go inside the ring themselves.
I've got one final question, actually, James, just popped into my head. Now that Usyk has crowned himself undisputed heavyweight champion, how does he compare to other heavyweight greats in the past, namely the last undisputed heavyweight champion in the form of Lennox Lewis?
Well, you know, you really can't compare because he just won it. It'll have to be one or two title defenses. I have them just defend against Tyson Fury and call it a day because he has nothing else to prove. But, you know, if he feels his Cheerios, hey, beat Tyson Fury and sky's the limit. He can go back out there and take on two more defenses, and then he can take his place among the heavyweight greats. Matter of fact, he's already taken his place among the heavyweight greats by becoming undisputed. In a land of so many belts, he is undisputed. There's no question about it. And for Tyson Fury to say that he thought he won, it's delusional. For me, it's delusional. I gave him 4 rounds, arguably 5 rounds, but certainly no more than that. You know, I scored the fight 116, 112. You know, one judge I think had it 114, 113 or something. Mm-hmm. I'm saying, what fight was he watching? What fight? I mean, what fight? And do you know the referee that was there? Because I don't know.
Mark Nelson was the referee. Haven't got too much of a research pack on Mark Nelson, but
I don't know him. I've never heard of Mark Nelson.
Mm-hmm.
Where's he from?
USA.
Mark Nelson?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, I've never seen Mark Nelson.
I think he did Pacquiao Horn in Australia.
Well, he dropped the ball tonight.
Mm.
We never see Mark Nelson again because he dropped the ball tonight. He stopped. If Mark Nelson had stepped in and said this fight's over, nobody could argue with him. Nobody would or could argue with him. So he gave Fury life because I thought that he could have stepped in and said, that's it. I also saw another fight that Oleksandr Usyk was in. The fight between Oleksandr Usyk at cruiserweight when he fought Michael Hunter. I thought that referee was brave. I thought the referee let the fight go a little too long with Michael Hunter could have got hurt because Michael was tired. He was exhausted. And Oleksandr landed big punches on him. And the referee didn't step in to stop him.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the same thing here. He was landing clean shots on Tyson. Tyson looked like every bit of defeated.
Mm-hmm.
And he didn't step in to stop him. So the referee is a little brave when it comes to another man taking punches. But you get in light of all of the deaths, the ring deaths that's going on in boxing right now, some due to referees, some due to inexperienced corners or whatever the case. Those things are very, very critical. You know, you got to have good referees, sound, perceptive referees in there, and good cornermen to know what they're doing, to know the signs of when to stop a fight. Because in the last 2-3 months, and certainly in the last year, a lot of people have died in the ring. And that's because somebody is not doing their job, or somebody that doesn't know how to don't know how to do their jobs. So, you know, they got to look out for these fighters. They got to look out for them, you know. But I thought the referee tonight dropped the ball. He should have stopped that fight. He should have stopped the fight.
Appreciate your thoughts there, James. Been a pleasure once again. Catch up very soon. Thank you for speaking to Seconds Out, sir.
Oleksandr Usyk, undisputed heavyweight champion of the world. He goes through a long line of Ukrainian fighters, and I'm happy for the guy. I'm happy for him. I'm happy for, you know, the people of Ukraine, because they got the undisputed champion of the world. You know, have a good night.